Alrighty, there I am. I'm gonna give you a little tour of our park apocalypse gardening we got going on. So I just built this today. It's pretty cool actually. It's a new planter bed we just dug out. We didn't dig anything actually. We just put the bricks out here. Took a lot of work. We got these bricks for free. Somebody in town was pulled up their old brick deck and we're putting in a concrete one, and they just gave this away. It's like a whole dang pallet of bricks, and it's the perfect amount of bricks. And we got this. It's like 6 feet long, about 2.5 feet wide, and about a foot and a half high. So we're going to be growing carrots and spinach in here because it's late in the season, but carrots can be overwintered and spinach is a cold weather crop. So this is for carrots and spinach. We have to buy dirt and the seeds, of course. But that's carrots and spinach over there. Hey, the neighbor's chickens are out and about. And then that's propane. This we originally built as just a safety thing to keep people from running into our home. And with just the cinder blocks, and then we go for walks on the beach a couple times a week, so we started collecting the driftwood and we decorated it, and we got all these holes up on these cinder blocks. So we're like, why don't we grow some herbs and stuff up in here? So we did. We planted. Well, we had a problem with slugs, but we're working on that. But these are our old weed jars. When we buy the good weed, and it comes in these awesome jars. They even have like sippy lids that they're like pretty high quality. And we got sage. We have a couple different kinds of mint, and I think we have I think that's the oregano. I think the big ones. And these are leeks. I bought the leeks from the grocery store, and we ate the leeks. Right, I made soup with them. And then we planted the roots, and they're growing. I don't know how they're going to turn out, but it's kind of an experiment and all. So we got herbs, and basically like the sage is, and what's the other one? Oregano. It's hot and spicy oregano. That's oregano, and the sage is over here. And then we got a bunch of different mints. And the mints is so we can make tea without paying money for tea. There's a fucking snail right there. I gotta get that fucker out of there. The biggest problem with stuff is the slugs and snails are eating the shit out of everything we had planted from seeds inside, and we put them outside, and the slugs and snails ate everything. So then we had to buy stuff from the store and start over. I can't. There's fucking 2 of them? I gotta get rid of these things. They're gonna, look, it's not even dark and they're already out here. Murphy! So, there's another one. Why is it so far down in there?
That's what she said. Come on, Murphy. Murphy, come on.
I ain't killing them. I throw them over the fence and I hope that the crows eat them. So, oops. You're not supposed to throw them into the fence. Hey, meow meow. So that's our little tea and herb garden right up there in our parking protecting thingy. And then over here, and all this is just lawn clippings. So we cleared out some of the lawn clippings, and there's like old construction destruction debris here. We've used we're just reclaiming used old throwaway materials. And in here, these are green onions. We buy them just from the grocery store, and you just plant them, right? And then they keep growing. And that's taters. We buy the big bags of taters, and some of them start sprouting in the bag and stuff. So we just planted those guys, and they're growing like crazy. Of course, the slugs are trying to eat them too. But anyways, and we just keep putting some grass stuff on top of them or underneath, as they grow up. We try to mound some grass down around them. And then over here are the tomato plants we bought. We only got 3 of them, but so far they're doing pretty good. They're all, actually, I think they're all about double in size from when we bought them a couple weeks ago. Now the pennies and the cans is in all the manure, the rabbit manure is from our neighbors. They have rabbits. It's to keep the fucking slugs out of here, man. So the cans really work fairly well, and we read that pennies are supposed to keep the slugs away, so we've thrown some pennies in there. Same with over there. So like all the cans and the pennies you see, that's to try to help fight the slug invasion we have going on. And later we're going to plant more herbs all on these things here, planting more herbs in the cinder blocks. Basically what we're going to do is, as our other ones become established, my girlfriend's doing most of the gardening, by the way. She's going to take clippings from those herbs and plant them over here, you know, to self-propagate that stuff and all. So this is how we're trying to survive the apocalypse over here in Lou Hammer world. Like I said, awesome thanks for the local neighbors that donated the bricks, you know, because that was a whole pallet of bricks, and like over 90% of them were really good quality bricks. They weren't all broken and shit like that. They were really nice bricks. So big thanks for that. And that's our apocalypse garden, folks. So yeah, it's gonna be rough, but that's what I got. I'll see y'all next time.